Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Cassie, and several weeks ago I decided I was going to start doing Demo Saturday. Saturdays I set aside for demos specifically, and any of them that I have installed throughout the week. I go through and play them, and then I talk about the ones that stood out to me. I've been doing that on Minimap for probably about 3 weeks or so, maybe a month, and I figured I'd start doing videos on them too, and just kind of like shouting out these demos that were really cool. And it's all going to be demos for games that are not like officially out yet. Sometimes they may be in like early access or whatever, but they're not like full 1.0 out. So, I decided I was going to go over the ones that I had already done from the previous weeks, because I have not played any demos today, but I have a good handful of them. Most of them I downloaded from the 6-1 Indie Showcase. I added some to the wish list and they had demos, so I'll be going through those today as well. Next week we've got like so many showcases, so I'm sure there's going to be plenty for next week as well. But again, it's only if the games stand out to me, if I end up liking them. I'm not going to talk about the ones that I did not like or the ones that I was kind of mid on. So yeah, I've got 5 games from the past several weeks that I played demos for and I really liked. So let's go over those. Widow is the first one that I played, and this one's kind of like a 3D puzzle type game where all the objects are kind of like these, kind of look like wooden miniatures that you have to place them in their correct place, and then it brings kind of like the 3D environment to life, and it's really cute. I really love the visual style. It's unique, and it's just a cozy game. It follows this like little frog. I think was it a frog? I think it's a frog. No, actually, no, it's a fox. It's a fox. There's so many cute games with foxes, but it kind of like tells the story as you complete these puzzles, and it just looks really cozy, and I really like the vibes, and I definitely think you should check it out. The demo is still up. There's not an official release date yet, but it's probably going to be sometime next year, I would imagine. The next game, I played this game on the same day. Monsters Are Coming Rockin' Road. And this is from Raw Fury. It's being published by Raw Fury. Raw Fury's put out a lot of really good indies, especially lately. They put out Blueprints this year. If you're excited for Devolver's Ball Pit, um, this is very similar in tone. It's a roguelite where you have kind of like Vampire Survivors, but you've got hordes of enemies coming after you, and but you've got your home base is like on wheels or something, and it moves. So you're trying to defend your home base and build upon the home base as you're going through this like narrow vertical hallway, and you've got hordes of enemies coming at you. And then as you so you can like attack them and stuff, so you like go around and attack them. It's kind of like an automatic attack, um and then you'll like randomly get these like upgrades and stuff as you're going through, and you collect more like orbs or whatever. I can't remember exactly what the collectibles were, but kind of like Vampire Survivors, where you keep collecting stuff, and it builds to your XP, and then you get new skills and stuff. You can build onto your town, your town hall, your city, or whatever that's moving, but that also makes it wider, so it's harder to fit through spaces. So you want to not only fend off enemies, but you want to clear the space as it's going down towards like the safe zone. And once you get into the safe zone, you can like manage things a little bit better, and then you just you go back on the road. It's got a really cool soundtrack and it's really addictive. I played through the entire thing and I wanted to play more of it. It's a lot of fun. This one also does not have a release date yet, but and the demo's not up right now. But considering it's probably going to release sometime next year, I would imagine another demo might pop up, maybe even during the Steam Next Fest that we have coming up in October. Maybe there'll be another demo for it, but definitely look into it because it's awesome. It's probably one of my favorites of these demos that I am mentioning today. Luminous Arise. This is a game that releases on November 11th, and I've never played a Luminous game before. I've never really had like a PSP or a Vita. I never had like the PlayStation handhelds at all. And I always thought they were interesting. I just because they had like better visuals than like some of the other handhelds did. And I've always wanted one, so like a PSP Vita and or a PSP and a Vita. Hopefully when I start getting back into collecting, I'll start doing that. But it's basically like this rhythm-based game where you've got these blocks and you have to when they drop like some of the blocks like have like different shapes and colors and stuff, and you want to kind of like match them to fit like a 2x2 space or even more than that. And then it like clears as like the bar goes across the screen. And I guess kind of like, you know, Bejeweled or Tetris, but it's different than that. But as you keep going and the more orbs you clear out, the music intensifies and it gets better and better, and it's really really awesome. It's from the same people that did Tetris Effect, which I've not played yet, and I love Tetris. But it also reminds me of like Child of Eden, and which is a hidden gem. Honestly, like it was on the 360 with the Kinect, and I did not play it with the Kinect, but it was an amazing game. But that was kind of like more like a shmup rhythm based game. Um, yeah, I like rhythm games, especially when the music is really good and when they're like super unique in style. And Luminous just looks amazing, and I'm super excited for it. It releases in just 2 months, so a little under 2 months. The demo's not up for it anymore, but again, there's a chance that it could show up like during next month's Steam Next Fest. So be on the lookout for that. Go wishlist it if you haven't. Wishlisting is like the best thing you can do for these like smaller studios. Luminous is not necessarily a small studio, but most of these are. But it's one of the best things you can do because it uh, helps the algorithm and helps like put them to the top of the page and gets them more views and stuff. So that helps them out a lot. That's the best thing you can do without spending any money. Is the best way you can support them anyway. Dreams of Another. This one's another really interesting game. All of these are very unique in style compared to like anything else, and that's why I've chosen them. That's why they stood out to me, is because I like games that do something that feels different and unique. Dreams of Another is, it's really hard to explain what this is, but it's kind of like this third person shooter is what it kind of looks like, and it's like a pixelated world. But everything's just kind of fuzzy. There's like all this like kind of like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to like see, like it's everything's kind of like clouded over with these like pixels, and you use your gun to clear the pixels and like bring this dream world to life. So instead of destroying things with the gun, you're actually building things with the gun. And it's really cool. It kind of like has like Power Wash Simulator type vibes. So, but I mean, just with, the how how that feels, just kind of like clearing out the areas, and just it's really really interesting. It's very different. It won't be for everybody, but I think it looks cool. It releases on October 9th, and the demo is still up, so look into it if you haven't. And then this one was the one that I played last week, and this game is absolutely crazy to me. I was watching Minmax. I watch their show all the time because I really like Minmax a lot. They're great gaming podcast, and the community's really good too. Um, and they were talking about Grimshire, and this is, if you like Stardew Valley, this is kind of like that, like Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon. It's like this pixel world. Instead of playing like as human characters, you're playing as animals, and it's not your typical cozy farming sim. It does have all the farming sim elements that like Stardew Valley has, but you have to keep all of your villagers, your community fed. If Because you've got like this pantry that you have to keep replenishing, and if it goes empty, then the villagers start to die. But it keeps throwing curveballs at you too, because there's kind of like this famine or plague that's taking over the world, but it has not reached your island, and so you're not able to get goods and exports and stuff from these other places, because everything's just been pretty much destroyed, and so you're having to live off of what you have there. There is like, they'll have somebody come in from the outside, like some king or something is like demanding food, like that they like that you provide food for them as well as your community. And so you have to add that on, every Sunday they come by, and you have to have enough food for yourselves and for them. um, there's all sorts of different curveballs it keeps throwing at me, and it's so good, but it's insane. Apparently, there is permadeath too, and this has like three different levels of difficulty. Like it has an easy mode, normal, and then just like a insanely hard mode. And they say I think I heard that they're supposed to do like an even easier mode. I'm playing on normal, and I'm in summer right now. I have not lost anybody yet, but I just had another curveball thrown at me. Uh, this is actually in early access right now. The demo I played for 3 hours, and I don't buy early access games at all. But I gave in to this, and I think early access, I think, ends on year two. So like at the beginning of year two, so you only get 1 year to play with the early access that has released so far. But I'm in summer, and the days are longer than Stardew, I feel like. So I have a little bit more time to get things done, and I just feel like I'll get more time in general, because I've put in a good amount of time already, and I'm only like not even halfway through the year. So I've got plenty of gameplay, I think, to get me through. Uh, but yeah, I have not died. I have not lost any villagers yet, but it's getting pretty intense, and yeah, I highly highly recommend this if you are into farming sims, but just know that it has survival mechanics, and it's not as cozy as the typical farming sim is. So you definitely have to like plan out your strategies, and strategies can not work suddenly because something else comes up that you have to figure out how to redirect everything. So Yeah, definitely look into Grimshire. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite games I've played this year so far. And that's saying a lot, especially with early access. Because, like I said, I don't ever buy games in early access, but this this pulled me in. Hopefully, today the games that I play today, like I won't have the same problem where it ends up with me spending money right now. But yeah, I highly recommend all these games and definitely go look into them. Grimshire still has a demo up. It's 3 hours. If you aren't into it by the time the demo's over, then it's probably not for you. But yeah, definitely look into it. These are all on Steam, by the way. I don't really play demos on console. I usually just do it on Steam if they're available. So we've got a good amount of games to go through today. So I will be back on next Saturday, hopefully. Now, if there happens to be like a week that I don't have any games that I played that I liked, then I'll probably go like back like as a retrospective on the games that I have played demos of in the past for games that are still not out yet that I have not mentioned. So that's probably what I'll do. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.